All the content contained in this webcast is for informational purposes only. The investment strategies contained in this webcast may not be suitable for you. Please consult your own independent financial advisor before making any investment or trading decisions. Welcome back, traders. Second portion of our show, 10:30 update. The S&Ps have managed to make a new high, just slightly above the Globex high, Dennis, but seem to be struggling here a bit.
Well, you got the financials, which are very, very strong, which we thought they would be. But some of these other stocks that that had a nice bounce off the hop are starting to give back the gains. I'm just highlighting Chevron here, Joel, CVX, and that thing is almost flat on the day. So they actually were increasing guidance. It opened pretty strong, up to 102.45, but it's giving back the gains. It's actually has made a new low from yesterday.
Yep, Dennis, that did open up near the high, has settled back, really finding a home here in the low 101s. If in fact that's taken out, we got major support at 99.50. ExxonMobil came just shy of that major resistance at the previous day's high, and that sold off. As long as that holds the 82.50 level, though, it should be good to go to the upside. Alcoa, Dennis, Alcoa seems to be getting some follow through.
Well, yeah, Alcoa's held on pretty strong. We talked that it would probably struggle around that $10 right off the open, which it did. It opened at $9.98, right under that $10 area. Kind of hung out there just for for about 10-15 minutes, and eventually did take out the 10. Shakes out with a little shakeout back below the 10, and now it's starting to climb here again. So obviously, nice to see the follow through in Alcoa. Hold on to those. That $10 handle is key for this one, Joel.
Okay, VMware came out with some news just right before the open.
Yeah, VMware came out kind of just giving an update on how their quarter looked. Market took it very badly, though. It was a few minutes before the open, and the thing tanked down, actually. I don't know if you have a pre-market low on that thing. The regular session low is 103. I think it touched lower than that right before the market opened, though. Obviously, just died off the hop, opened 105.60, straight down to 103. Has been bouncing, so it's had a nice bounce here. Obviously, major resistance be up here at this 110 area, 110.37, where it's settled. So if it continues to rally, I would think you're going to definitely find some sellers up there. Well, do you have the pre-market low for that there, Joel, at VMware, or was it 103?
Yeah, 101.15.
101.15, and that was right before the open, I think. So obviously people overshot a little bit on that too. I mean, EMC is one. They own a portion of VMware. They often do move with this as well. Some people pair trade that. The stock, obviously, EMC opened weaker with the VMware, but it has sold off and now has rallied, and it's actually coming back. Look at that CMC, this 28.50 level just on the one-day chart, Joel. It was bouncing up there all afternoon yesterday. Looks like it's coming into that resistance point here. That could be a good opportunity maybe to try a lower risk short if it gets up in this high 28.40s. What do you think, Joel?
Yeah, this just kind of marching up. I mean, I see that you are taking a shot here at yesterday's high, 28.41, so fairly low risk trade there. 29.11 is the next level after that, so I wouldn't get too carried away. I was looking at this VMW, Dennis, and that did get in the pre-market. It did get 80 cents below some pretty good support at 103.80. But now the bounce from the low here at 103 seems to be losing some steam here at the 109 level. So currently trading at 107.66. It looks like that 109 is going to hold up at the as the high of the day, and looks like it's going to drift back down. Nokia came out with some bad news as well, Dennis.
Yeah, Nokia came out, and that thing just got killed here right off the hop here, Joel, right before the open. Their guidance wasn't good either. Just looking at the one-day chart here, obviously we broke down significantly here. It was this whole $4.80 to $5 area was giving you some support here for the last 2 months. We're significantly below that. We've cut through all support, even cut through that late December low back there, Joel, looking at that 446. So we've cut through that too. So I don't know how you can own this stock. It's just been a terrible holding for so many years now and just continues to disappoint. What's your take on it?
We're looking at levels here in the stock that have not been seen since February of 1998.
98.
Yeah.
I don't even think the charting software goes back to 98. I'll try, but no, we all go back to 05 on this software, so not good. I mean, you got to go to 1998, 15 years ago, to find support, Joel.
Yep, it looks like the next stopping point was the January of '98 low at 416. So major gap down for this stock. If and when it ever gets back to $5, I'm sure it will be a mound of sellers there. But the stock could be on the road to zero, Dennis.
You never know on these things. Obviously hasn't worked out for them for quite some time. So I don't know what's going to change over there in Nokia land. Some of these defensive names, Joel, are starting to give, or Joel's. Some of these defensive names, Joel, are starting to give back some of their gains from earlier on today too. Like I was just looking at the Coke chart here. Coke, actually, I'll bring up the one-day chart for you guys to see here. It opened right up here at the high 72.38.40, basically straight down since then. Found the old support from yesterday at 72.03, that whole 72 area. Bounced a bit, but kind of just hanging out here. J&J, same type of story. Opened up right near the highs, straight down since then. Got right to yesterday's lows, or yesterday's where we had some support there from 2 o'clock to 3:45. Has been kind of holding on there, but the relative strength in these defensives is not good whatsoever, Joel.
Yeah, in fact, that Coca-Cola, Dennis, that was trading even higher than that in the pre-market. I remember we were discussing about the level. It was actually trading near yesterday's high in the pre-market. Sellers have come in. That 72 level is really shaping up to be a major number here, Dennis. That could be a short-term bottom for this, and maybe take a half back of that move from over 74. Just to talk about Apple Computer briefly here, Dennis. Kind of trading really right in between the numbers. That 637 pre-market resistance held up well. Sold off, but was unable to get to the close, and now we're just hanging out in the middle. I expect if this thing can bust over 637, you can make a run at the previous or the all-time high at 644. However, if this 630 level doesn't look, be looking for a test of that major support at the 625 area.
Yeah, you got two good numbers there, Joe, 'cause we're right in the middle of it all. So I don't know if there's a trade here, but it starts to get up and above 637. Maybe you try a little line there with a 636 stop or something like that. And then if it starts taking up that 630 on the downside, which I tend to think it may. Then obviously, I don't know. Maybe you can find support below 630, but it's had such a run. It's just scary to buy the stock when it starts to break down.
Okay, well, just all indications though so far we are trading above against Globex high here. Just trudging our way here through the 1370s. 1371.75 was yesterday's low. Monday's closed at 1375. That coincides nicely with our target. Play it from the long side up here as we're creeping up, but keep an eye on the mid-range for your stocks, or certainly opens if they start to pull back here, because if they do in fact start to pull back, I think that 1365 and a quarter, which was the intraday low, could give away pretty easily. That's our 10:30 a.m. update for today, Wednesday, and we'll be back with you tomorrow.